Collocations. And these are words, phrases that are often used with another word or phrase in a way that sounds correct to people who've spoken the language all their lives. So we talk about having a strong accent. We don't talk about a big accent. We might talk about a heavy accent. Yeah, you could talk about heavy accent. You wouldn't say a lot of accent. It's a strong accent. Strong and accent go together. Totally convinced. Yeah, I'm totally convinced. It sounds so natural to say I'm totally convinced of it. Okay, you wouldn't say I'm greatly convinced. Maybe it doesn't quite sound right. Next one. Heavy smoker. You might say a big smoker. You couldn't say a large smoker. So we talk about people being a heavy smoker. Those are words which go together. A golden opportunity. All right, you could say about it. You could talk about a big opportunity. But a golden opportunity is almost kind of idiomatic there. A golden opportunity. Words which go together. This one is important. We talk about great fun. You could not say big fun. It sound odd. Although great and big sound more or less the same. What's the matter? You're light. Okay. You couldn't say.
I'm sorry for the interruption. My wire was not connected. It was not plugged in properly.
And
my laptop battery was about to die.
Ooh.
Anyway, you can continue now. Great fun.
Great fun. You can't say big fun. It doesn't sound right. You certainly can't say very fun. I've heard this used before. If you say sounds very fun, it just sounds very strange. It was great fun. You could say it's a lot of fun. Okay, a great fun. It was a lot of fun.
And these are examples of collocation.
Yeah, knife and fork. You wouldn't say fork and knife. You wouldn't say I need a fork and knife. Knife and fork is a way of saying it. Okay. Then we have, that says phrasal verbs. Phrasal verb is a phrase that consists of a verb with a preposition or adverb or both, the meaning of which is different from the meaning of its separate parts. To drop by. We know what to drop is, you know. I've got a little remote here. I drop it. That's a drop. To drop by means to call to see someone. Okay, I drop by. Passing the house, so you drop by. Grow out of. To grow just to get bigger. To grow out of, and there's two here, grow out of. She grows out of her jeans. She is growing out of her jeans. She can't fasten them. She's got too big. So she's grown out of. But the same phrasal verb is not used about clothing here. When these boys became older, they grew out of playing video games. Okay, they grew out of. Video games seemed too young for them, so they grew out of them. Children grow out of their clothes quickly. Now, look down on. This example here is not a phrasal verb because that's what we're doing. We're looking down on a building below. That's not a phrasal verb, but we can use it in this way. Okay, this man, it's a funny picture, but he thinks everyone is inferior. He thinks other people are inferior because he's been to university, he's got a lot of money. So he looks down on people who don't have a lot of money. He thinks that they are inferior. Okay, so that's what look down on means. If you look up to, If you look up to someone, then it means you respect them. You admire them. You know, I look up to my teacher. I look up to my I look up to my teacher. I look up to my whatever politician. Very unlikely, actually. People don't usually look up to politicians. Look down on. To take up, to take something. To take up is to start something new. I've taken up editing videos, producing videos. I took up playing guitar when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. You might take up a new hobby, right? To take has a lot of phrasal verbs. To take off, an airplane takes off. A business can take off. It starts improving. So there are thousands of phrasal verbs. Okay, a lot with go. To go into something means you're going into detail about it. Switch off, literally, switch off the light. All right. She switched off. She stopped concentrating. She switched off. She's going home. She's relaxing. If you say that someone is switched off, it can also mean that they're not very intelligent, you know, is a bit switched off. But the opposite of switched off is switched on. You switch on the light, that professor is really switched on. But your boss might be really switched on, really intelligent. So phrasal verbs really are very important. We use them all the time. In British English and in American English. And if you take the verb to put, I often use this as an example, you put on your shirt. You can put on an accent. You put off, you delay. You put up. If I put up with someone, it means I tolerate them. You put up with bad students. If I put you up, it means I give you accommodation. I'll put you up for the night, right? I put about some information. I put across means I put across an idea. I supply, I give an idea. So many of them. And unless you know them, you might get confused in English conversation because you won't know what